Yay! All right, it says we're live. Hello, everybody. And sorry we're so small. We sacrificed the space for our little fireplace. One of those. How is everybody doing? Welcome to our little Yuletide by the Fireside chat. I am joined as of right now with my friend Sara.
Hello.
Who is chilling with her blanket as well. So I guess do you want to do intros, or should we just skip the intros since we're just chilling?
I'll just do a really quick one.
Oh, we have another friend.
Hello. Hello. I'm late, but
you're good. We just started.
Yeah. Wait. There's more. There's more.
Hi. Is that hot chocolate or is that soup?
Oh, sorry, it's soup. I thought it was out of the shot.
It's never out of the shot, Autumn. Never out of the shot.
It's a homemade chicken noodle soup, but we got some lima beans, cauliflower, corn, and vegetable broth.
Whoa.
Yes.
Hot chocolate or is it?
Pardon?
I pulled up this stream in YouTube, and then it was me asking if that was hot chocolate or soup.
Okay.
So my bad. It happens every single time.
I love it.
That is awesome.
Anyways.
So we were just going to run through and just quickly introduce ourselves. Maybe not do the whole spiel, since this is more of a relaxed, hanging out, snuggle kind of stream.
I'm Sara Lubratt. I'm currently writing a book and making videos about it.
Sara just summed it up for all of us.
Yeah, right? Do I have to go now?
What Sara said.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, yep.
Yeah. Ditto.
Love that. Thanks, guys.
Every time you have that blanket, like I literally have that same blanket on my couch, and it makes me want to go get it, but I'm wearing a sweater. I don't need a blanket.
You should go get it. We should match.
Okay. I will.
Yay.
I'm the only one without a blanket. I guess I'll go get one too.
I love how you're like in a tank top and a beanie.
I know.
Okay. So it's like 50 degrees here.
Mm-hmm.
And I have my heater right next to me. But so my heater's at like an angle, so I feel like it like blows upward. So then it like heats me up like from my side. So then like I get hot here, but my head is still cold.
Okay. That's funny.
Because that makes sense.
I think I got the wrong color, but I do have a purple one. Is yours purple or silver?
No, mine's like gray.
Okay, this is also like gray. I don't know.
Yeah, my lighting's just weird.
I think my lighting's really bad. Anyway.
Oh my God. I'm gonna go find a blanket. I'll be right back.
You need to go find a blanket.
Okay, cool. And then this is gonna be in my vlog when she comes back.
We all has the blankets now.
It's important.
Also, Maddie, are you in a hotel that allows pets? That's
I am
wild.
in a hotel that allows pets. They're actually, I don't know if you can see them. They are right there.
Aww.
So we specifically found this hotel because it allows pets.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
the poor babies had to come down with us. That, and it was on the work approved list, says my husband.
Ah. Yeah. That's essential.
Yes. So should I throw up our first little? Well, here let's go through these real quick. So I see Kate is here. Hello. Miguel is also here, and Catherine. Hello. Miguel says hi, and Brooke. Wow, so many hosts. Hello, Everything Exploration. Missed all of the 12Ks, but at least I get to snuggle with you guys after being out. Yay! Welcome to the snuggle period. It's my favorite. And Laurel, hello. And Catherine really likes the fireplace. Yeah, I'm I wanted to have like the crackling sound, but Sarah said it sounded like we had audio problems. So what is this? Is this that oily stuff again? My husband just put a thing of wine in front of me, and he likes this like old, like 90-year-old wine that's kind of looks like olive oil. What is it?
Did someone say wine? Wow. I'm at the right place then.
What is sherry? Someone explain to me what sherry is.
Isn't sherry like a rich, like a more alcoholic wine?
What is this? What am I drinking?
Yeah, it's 20%.
I have absolutely no idea. It was just handed to me. So.
Because you always drink drinks that men hand you.
Oh, it's my husband. I feel like I have to. Alrighty. So how is everyone doing today? I have like silly little banner questions, but I won't pull them up yet. Let's just, how are we doing, folks?
Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me, Maddie. I'm sorry I haven't been able to join in anything else.
You are fine. I know Friday is kind of a weird day for people, so
yeah, I was working.
Don't worry yourself none. It's all good.
I'm good. I'm much better now. Earlier was chaotic, but it was also my last day of work. So now we are here and enjoying this.
Yay!
And Sarah, I just want to say I love your hair.
Thank you.
It is gorgeous.
It looks
Did
like
you
this
do it?
once a year.
Did you do it for something?
I got it cut. So she always like styles it when she's done.
Right.
So it's like cute and like springy and like it's fun, but it only looks like this twice a year.
Same though.
Love it.
Isn't that the truth though? Like your hair just looks so blah for most of the time, and then you go in and get that one haircut and you walk out like a supermodel, like everybody look at my hair.
Oh yeah, like feeling it, and then it's
Mhm.
and I'll wash it and it'll go back to normal, and it's like okay, that was fun while it lasted.
Yes. Okay, so I have a question. Does anybody else's hair just feel flat like in the winter time? Like, because it's like so cold. Does your hair like not do anything?
Mine gets really staticky because it gets really staticky here.
Mm-hmm.
But
I was just curious because like every time it's like super cold outside, it just does nothing but just falls flat. So I was just curious if that happened to anybody else.
It happens to me all the time. My friends used to make fun of me for it.
Oh, well, I'm glad I'm not alone.
I guess I shouldn't say make fun per se. It was they loved to take my hair and twist it into like knots and stuff and try and keep it on top of my head, only for it to just fall right back down to where it was.
Okay.
So I feel you. I feel you on the flatness of hair.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great.
great.
I'm glad we've had this bonding moment.
Yes, we're all snuggling in blankets.
So Sarah, should I throw up some of these banners?
Yeah, do it.
All right. Woo! Your head is just floating now. So first one is just how are we feeling after our first day of the 12Ks of Christmas? I'm feeling good. I gotta say, I'm still absolutely in love with this story, so I think that helps. How about y'all? And it doesn't have to be about the write-a-thon. It can just be how was your day.
I kind of want to answer this about the write-a-thon. I currently have 111 words.
Woo!
Crazy things are happening.
Yeah, I worked all day, so I didn't get to attend anything. I probably could have attended the morning one, but I just I wasn't, I don't know. I was like so tired. I'm quitting caffeine right now and I'm just like struggling. I was in a meeting yesterday and I'm like almost never on camera, but I was yesterday for something and like someone was like, "Oh, like you look really tired." Oh, you look really tired. Are you okay? I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine."
I don't like it when people ask that question. It's like, yes, clearly.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, do I want it broadcasted? No. Like, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'm good. I wrote 0 words today, but I've been planning for 2021 and I'm just like so freaking excited about it. Like, I have so many fun things planned and
That's awesome.
Yay! How exciting!
I know that for 2021.
I know. Anything to just move past what's been happening. But yeah, I'm like totally with Brooke. I worked all day, so I did not get to writing. Oh, but I also did want to say that when I was working like the weekend night shift, I think the thing that irritated me the most was when the 4 o'clock people like would come in and they would look at me and be like, "Oh my gosh, you look tired."
like, wow.
No, Sherlock.
I mean, I couldn't possibly understand why I look tired and I've been here since 6 p.m. No way. Like, I don't believe it. But yeah, sorry. I just felt like I needed to add that to
That's hilarious. I love that.
Right. Yeah. But I worked, so I didn't get any writing done, but it was a good work week. So I'm
good. And you're liking it?
I'm loving it.
Yay.
Oh my gosh.
I'm glad.
Yes. I'm so happy.
So glad. So people in the comments, you may also shout out how y'all are feeling, how you're doing. And where is my other one? Oh, here we go. What are your holiday plans, everybody?
Let's go first.
If thou haveth any.
I'll go first. I have such exciting holiday plans. That's really sarcastic. We're in complete lockdown and it's like illegal to visit someone else's house. So I will be Zooming through Christmas. And we're going to order lots of good food. And it's so funny. So like our family members have been dropping off gifts and like they just like come and like put them in the trunk of our vehicle because we can just like open it with the remote. So like our vehicle is parked right under our balcony. So we've like gone out onto the balcony and like chatted while they like put gifts in the trunk. And then like if we know they're coming, we'll just like if we have gifts for them, we'll put them in the trunk and they'll do like a little swap. It's like the most bizarre thing. Like if someone told me a year ago like this is what we were going to be doing, I would have been like, what are you talking about? But yeah.
So cute.
Yeah, and if like I'm gonna share just like a little thing that like made my day. My boss sent over like a gift basket today, and like someone knocked on the door at like noon, and I was just like, I thought we got all our packages. Like, who is at the door? And it was like a gift basket. It was so cute.
Oh, that's so nice though. That's really
awesome.
That's awesome.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad that you guys are also making the most of like the whole situation. Like you can't leave, you can't go to family.
Yeah. I mean, like it's funny because like people get so like they get so hype about like gotta see everybody at Christmas, but it's like it's literally no different than any other time of the year. Like it's a holiday, but it's like so it's like, well, you know, we'll see each other at some point. So, you know, but yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Sarah and Autumn? Do y'all have anything fun planned for Christmas this year or just kind of hanging out?
I'm going to my parents' house, which will be fun. Kind of going to be there probably not just for the holidays though, for like a month. For my new job training and stuff. So
Ooh, new job training.
yeah, today was my last day at work, and then I'll be starting a new one in January.
Oh my gosh. Sarah, this is the first I've heard of this. So if you said this was before, I apologize. But congratulations.
Thank you.
That is awesome. How do you feel about that?
Which part?
Quitting and starting a new job, both.
I was thankful to have a job during 2020, like with everything going on. However, I was very happy to be moving on from it.
That is awesome. Yay.
Yay.
That's great. I want to ask you more, but I'll ask you more later.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
Maddie, did you share yours?
I don't know if I have any. I think it's just gonna be seeing the parental units, hanging out with the cats, as you can see. Oh, what? No, but that's after Christmas. So wait, no, I don't need another one. Oh! Just being bombarded with babies.
No.
Autumn, did you say what you were doing?
No, I did not. So I'm just going to hang out with my family. We're not going to go anywhere just because of everything, but it'll just be like the people who live here plus like one or two extras. We'll probably end up watching Christmas movies because we always like to watch Christmas movies on Christmas Day. And then I don't eat it, but my mom usually makes a ham for everybody that like eats meat, or that kind of meat, I should say. I don't eat that kind. Obviously, I'm eating chicken, but I don't eat ham. And just enjoying the day. So that's all we have planned.
That still sounds like a nice little day, though.
It is. It's always nice to be with family.
Yeah. So I saw Catherine. Oh, sorry, Autumn, you're getting cut off again.
Okay.
Catherine agrees that night shifts are the worst.
Yes.
Miguel says just watch movies, eating right. Hey, that sounds great to me.
Mhm.
Catherine's doing okay. Been drawing. Will probably be drawing and trying to write for the rest of the holidays too. Yeah, me too.
Fun.
Laurel says Christmas 2020. That is crazy. It is crazy. It is gonna be a weird holiday season this year.
Yes.
So, but I'm really happy that I get to spend it with this wonderful corner of OtherTube.
Yes.
It's very fun.
So happy to be here. And I love this fireplace up here. I literally feel like we're all just like sitting around.
I know. I'm so happy with how this turned out. I was nervous about how it would look, but
I love it. And I love your background, like the yellow and the flowers. It's
Thank
really
you.
pretty.
Thank you. I'm sort of happy and not happy, hi dear, that I finally caved for StreamYard to get the upgrade, just because I'm like, I can make it all pretty now.
Mhm.
Have fun.
I really like moving the paid.
Do you
what?
have to have the paid version to like change the backgrounds and stuff?
Yeah. Honey, I don't
Okay.
want to do that naked. Is that what you're doing there?
You have to have the paid version to do like the timer.
Just to make your own timer.
That's what it is.
Yeah, you can use like the default one, but you can't make it fun like you do.
Okay.
Oh, I won't do their little. Well, I guess it's a chat. We don't really need the timer for this, but I made a little Christmas timer that I used earlier. And I
I
was
saw it.
and then I forgot. Darn it. Darn it all.
Okay, so I'm kind of catching up because I wasn't here earlier. But what was everybody working on today? Like what stories? Because I was not here to see this.
Guess, Autumn. What do you think I was working on?
Gosh. Well, I don't think it's the thing that I want to say, but I think it's Oh my goodness, I just forgot their name.
What is the thing that you want to say?
It's your Hades and Persephone.
Was that what you wanted to say?
No, but I'll say that later.
Oh, just text it to me or something.
Got it.
But yep, Hades and Persephone. Because when do I not? Or when do I not talk about it or work on it?
Because you were working on something else for Nano, right?
Yeah, and I've abandoned that.
Oh.
I've taken that, put it on the back burner, and lit the burner. So.
Oh no!
Burning.
You can always shelf it and then just come back to it later.
Well, I'll shelf whatever remnants are left after we've burned it.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Sarah, what have you been working on?
I only ended up writing for like a very short sprint, but so I'm, like I said earlier, 111 words into this 12Ks thing. But I am working on draft 3 of Project DE, the rewrite. Sounds like it should be like a movie title, The Rewrite, like
That does.
sequel,
Coming
but
next summer.
that's what it is. I'd be thrilled to have this done by next summer.
Wow.
Yeah, so draft 3.
Okay. Okay, yes. Because I'm trying to remember what everybody is working on. Because I feel like I had what everybody was working on, and then Nano came. So some of us started new projects, some of us didn't participate, and some of us stayed the same. So I'm trying to remember who
Yeah.
what.
Autumn, are you working on Wolf Warriors still, or are you working on Brina?
I'm going to work on Wolf Warrior for the rest of the year.
Okay.
And I want to go back to Brina
Mm-hmm.
because I'm much further along in Project Brina than I am for Wolf Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to finish Brina like in Q1. So
Mm-hmm.
trying to, yeah.
Like
I'm
finish?
Just like draft 1.
Oh, okay.
Or draft 0 technically is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Whew, no publishing.
Brooke, what about you? What is your project again, Brooke?
Yeah, so I'm not currently working on it. It's just like chilling. But it's so it was called Project NA because it was new adult. But I have since come up with a title for it. So it's just abbreviated to FFT right now, which is because I'm not really number one, I don't want to like put the title on YouTube and then end up changing it after. And also just because like I don't know. I feel like everybody just like keeps their titles under wraps. So
I mean, I personally do. Like I have ideas because my DE is going to be a trilogy, and so I came up with book titles for all 3 books. But like, I'm not going to say that on YouTube because like I don't know if that's because I've been talking about DE for so long. I'm just going to keep saying that until it's
totally
finished.
Yeah.
like I'm so excited about it, so I'm like gonna call it the abbreviation because like it really means nothing. But also I'm not working on it because I'm trying to read this in December. Sarah and I are buddy reading it. I went through an entire like thing of sticky tabs in this already. I just like I need to go find my other one. But yeah, I'm really excited I'm going to do a read through of this project in January. I'm super stoked.
Oh my goodness.
That sounds so fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that Miguel said that he has a fantasy project going called Project Chosen.
Very nice.
I love that. You have a blurb. I'm going to steal a page from Helene's book, no pun intended. But if you have a blurb for it, Miguel, we would love to hear it because we love blurbs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Terrible at writing them, but I love reading them.
I know. I love seeing what other people come up with, like in their story. Mm-hmm. And then when they share a little teaser or something in a live stream, it's always nice to see and to see how everyone has, like, you know, we reach goals or we finish books and then we start new ones. So I really enjoy reading what other people have to say. But I agree, I'm not good at sharing it. I don't know. It makes me nervous sharing those kinds of parts of my novel.
Yeah, I give too much away. That's my problem. Is that I start getting into the spoilers when it comes to when it comes to describing things. So I just refrain from going too much into detail on things.
Bree, oh my gosh, I just kicked my desk. Bree recently asked me what my book was about, and I think Autumn was there when that happened. And I was like, I kind of went off on a tangent because like I don't know how to talk about it. And then when I was done, or like not even when I was done, she was like, okay, so it's about this, this, and this. And I'm like, oh, is that all you wanted? Like, I don't know how to do that.
I was there, and that was so funny.
I was like, oh, cool. Let's just go with that then. Totally.
That was great.
Oh, sorry. And then, so Chosen One subversion story, you said on the last stream. Oh, Miguel did say something about he was doing like a twist on the Chosen One trope or something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I know that he was putting his own little spin on it.
Yeah, I don't know if he actually said. I think it was just a twist.
And then Catherine says she's currently working on a supernatural horror novella. Only ever use placeholder titles too. Yeah, it took me forever to figure out a title for the Hades and Persephone, and even then it's changed like 3 times. And oh, there's a face. There's a face. Helene is here. Hello.
Do you have a blanket?
Oh, I don't. This is my sweater. But now
Okay.
I want one.
If it makes you feel any better, Helene, this is actually a sweater. But I'm treating it like a blanket because it's very fluffy.
It looks like a blanket.
That's why I got it. How are you doing this evening, Helene?
I am doing good. I just finished writing my short story, or I have to stop calling it a short story. Technically, it's a novelette now, word count wise. So I finished that, and then I went through and was rereading it, and I like most of it. I think I am going to do some more edits for it during this weekend and kind of tweak the romance a little bit, because again, I don't write romance, so some of the scenes need to get fixed so that the chemistry is there a little bit sooner. But yeah, I'm excited.
Can I ask what the difference between a novelette and a novella are?
Yeah, so I guess it's like short story and then novelette, then novella. So novelette, when I looked it up, was like anywhere between like 7,500 and 15,000 words.
Okay.
I think that's a novelette, and a novella is like 15,000 to
like 40.
like
40?
yeah,
Okay.
30, 40,000.
Okay. Cool.
But
I didn't know that.
I didn't know it either. I didn't know there were so many until I looked it up. I was like, wait, how long is a short story? Because my definition of short is a lot different than most people's.
My definition of a short story is just anything that's shorter than a novel. But apparently that's a whole nother chapter.
The word novelette is so precious. Like
I know.
that word.
Little word.
Yes. It reminds me of like petite, but it's like novelette.
The petite novelette, that could be a short story.
Yes. I'm sure that's probably why it's called a novelette.
Yes.
Short novel.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it means. Love it.
I had never heard of a novelette actually, Helene, until you mentioned it earlier today. Like,
Yeah.
I had never heard of it before, and so I was like, I'm just not going to look stupid and ask for what a novelette is. I'm just going to assume it's shorter than a novella.
No, I hadn't heard of a novelette, and I barely heard of a novella before. I think I looked it up originally because when I was like back in high school, I want to say like freshman year, I decided to do like a writing challenge where I'd write a short story every week. And so I had to look up like how long a short story had to be because those short stories I wrote back then were lengthy. And that's when I found out that a short story ends at about 7,500 words, and then after that it becomes a novelette. But
yeah.
Oh my gosh, Helene. So I haven't had a chance to comment on this, and Sarah had said this the last time that we live streamed, and I want to say something about it too. I think Sarah knows what I'm going to say, but I freaking love your retelling of your stories. I watched that the other night, and I was like, this is the best retelling I have ever seen. Heard everything. Like you're already precious and sweet, but watching that, I'm like, I can't get over the cuteness of all of this. Like it was so fun, and I love like all the steps and like how all the numbers were, and I'm like, this is so funny. Like,
thank you. I have not checked the comments on that, so if anyone commented on that, I apologize. I need to get back and respond. I've been really bad about YouTube comments lately. But no, those are so much fun to film, and I'm glad people like watching them because it was kind of like a toss-up for me. Like, this is different from what I usually do, so
they're so entertaining.
Yes, and it was like I laughed through the whole thing, and I think my two favorite parts was the one part when you were pouring the ginger ale. Yeah, I was just looking, you're like, do. And you're like sipping it, and I was like, this is great. And then the other part I love when you added like the two, like you're obviously whoever Helene Foy is from this literary expert said that her favorite number was 4. And I love how you were like, and you add 11 and 5, 15, and you get 4. I was like, Helene, this is gold.
Thank you.
The thing that I absolutely love about those videos too, Helene, is that you are literally every English teacher I ever had in my life who's like, let's look at the deeper meaning of this, you know?
I actually got inspired because I was thinking back to my old literature class that I'd taken last year for college, and it was literally just so much like I just made up crap when I was writing my little essays about these short stories. I'm like, I have no idea what this means, so I'm just gonna say just something that sounds really good and meaningful. And so I was like, I was reading my short stories I wrote when I was little. I was like, this sounds like some of these short stories I read. Obviously not as well written, but just like some of the randomness that's going on. I'm like, this would be funny to dissect it in a video.
Those were like my favorite classes when you had to like do like literature reviews and stuff, and it's like you could literally write anything. I like loved my English classes so much because like I would basically get higher grades. This is bad, but I would get higher grades on the books and stuff that I did not read and chose to write a paper about, just because like I don't know. I loved writing those papers though, and just being like, all right, how obnoxious can we make this and still get a good grade?
I love that.
The only way I got a good grade on any of my English papers was if I took whatever book we were forced to read and compared it to something that I already knew. Like all my papers were like comparison papers. So I compared the Scarlet Letter to Les Miserables. And I was just like, that's how I like weaseled my way through English class in high school.
I love that. I will say, I usually, like, I try not to do Spark Notes or anything like that, but I will say there were two short stories because it was American Short Story was the literature class I'd taken last year. There were two short stories where I had to look up Spark Notes for because I'm like, I literally have no idea what this means. Like, one of them was about this guy who decided to swim through his neighbor's pools just like he would just go in a line, swim through his neighbor's pools to like, I don't know, do his normal commute to work, but instead he was going to swim it. And so he would just like go up to his neighbor, hey, can I swim through your pool? Okay. And then he'd swim through their pool. And I got to the end of it. And then by the time he got to his house, it was like dark and no one was home and it was like really decrepit. And then he like collapsed to his knees and that was the end. And I was like, what? I was baffled. I was like, I have no idea what this means. I don't even know where to start, like BSing. Like, I don't know.
That is weird.
Yeah, that was the one I had to Spark Notes because.
Oh, 1 second.
Yeah.
I feel like my biggest problem with like reading books that were like required in school is so I'm such a slow reader. Like they would always give you a page count of like what you had to like read each night. And like I would struggle to read that because to me it was a lot. Like, okay, like some people are probably gonna laugh when I say that like reading like 30 pages a night was difficult. It still is difficult for me, honestly. Yeah. Because right, I read so slow and it's like in that time you're also doing like other schoolwork too. So like it takes 2 hours to read the 30 pages. Well, now I still have like other homework that has to get done. And that's another like 2 to 4 hours. And then now it's midnight.
I never understood why, especially in high school, the teachers were so adamant about giving you so much homework. It's like, you do realize we need to sleep, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you don't want us to fall asleep in your class? Don't give us as much homework the night before.
I know. It's like, I literally just spent 8 hours with you. What more could I possibly do?
Yeah. Right. And then they always gave you like the most depressing, ridiculous books to read, like a separate piece. Apologies in advance to anybody who liked these books, but like a separate piece, Lord of the Flies, freaking, what was that other one that was really, The Awakening, something where she drowns herself in the end, spoilers. It was like a bunch of depressing books that they made us read. And it's like, we are high schoolers. Our angst is all over the place. Like, do you really want to contribute to that?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what my favorite books or short stories that I read in high school. I think my favorite book, not gonna lie, I really enjoyed The Great Gatsby.
I did too.
Probably one of my favorites.
Yeah. That and To Kill a Mockingbird. Those were my two.
Oh, yes. That was a great one.
I love To Kill a Mockingbird. And the movie is fantastic.
I'm sure we probably watched that one in English class, but I don't remember.
All hail Gregory Peck.
And then I think my favorite short story is probably still to this day is The Yellow Wallpaper, but I can't remember who wrote that.
Oh my goodness, I just read that.
I love that. Like, who wrote that? Hang on.
I was tripping.
Read that?
I don't know. Miguel said that he just finished Macbeth this week.
Oh, wow.
Macbeth is very fun, especially if you get the chance to see it like performed. It's very intense. It's a bit of a rough one to sit through, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
Totally.
Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I can only remember 2 of the short stories that I read in high school, but we like read more than that. But the 2 that I like loved was The Sound of Thunder and Lady or the Tiger. Something like that. Have any of you guys heard of those?
I
think so.
They sound familiar, but I don't know if we had to read them or if I just saw them in like one of our textbooks.
Okay. I do not read short stories very often, but like that was awesome. I thought that they were like so freaking good.
The only one I remember, well, I remember two, and they're both like insanely dark. I don't know why we were required to read these, but one was about two lighthouse keepers who get stuck on a man-eating rat-infested island. So imagine how that one ends. And then the other one was about a landlady who Norman Bates her young male tenants. But by Norman Bates, I mean the room where he has a room full of stuffed birds.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm like, why are we reading these? So they were very, very dark. And my parents wonder why I turned out the way I did. And Laurel said a favorite assigned reading was To Kill a Mockingbird and The Outsiders. Yeah, The Outsiders. We love to make fun of that movie. But the book was good. Fun fact, actually, the author was from the same place that my dad grew up in, Oklahoma. And Outsiders is actually based off of the group of friends that she had in high school. So.
Really?
Interesting.
Yep, I think it takes place in Oklahoma too. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure it takes place in Tulsa.
Oh.
Showing that Oklahoma pride. Yeah.
Someone has to.
I know, right? And Miguel says, wasn't it Charlotte Perkins Gilman?
Yes, that's for the yellow wallpaper.
The wallpaper, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What else says, oh, the movie is awful. Do it for Johnny, man. Do it for Johnny. Yeah, it's not a good movie. The book is better, as is the case with most things. Hi, Sitka. You make me nervous when you do that, dear boy. So I have these other two little banner thingies. Sarah's already seen all of them, so I keep looking to her like, should I put these up? Should I not put these up?
Go for it.
So I have this. So if you're tracking for the 12 Ks of Christmas, how is your word count looking? And of course, if you're not tracking, there's no pressure or anything for that. So
Can you repeat the question? Sorry.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Sarah, that was the best. Because you literally were staring, or at least I thought you were staring, and then was like, I'm sorry, what can you repeat the question?
I was reading a text message from my brother.
And it cuts off Helene's face, so I didn't want to like cover her up for too long. Oh, there she is.
No, I get that. Thank you. I now see the question. We're all good. I can go.
I'm
first.
checking my word count right now.
Huh?
Oh, I said I'm checking my word count right now.
Okay. And people in the comments, if you're participating in the write-a-thon this weekend too, you can shout out just how you did today. So
I wrote 111 words.
woo! Yeah, Sarah.
Big steps. Big steps.
I've written 0.
Woo!
I'm a huge contributor here to this 12K.
I'm with Brooke.
Woo!
I wrote 1,357 words, which I did not expect it was going to be that much.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. I got 3,237, but I have to put the disclaimer every time I say my word count because it's edited words. So they're not all like new. It's like things that have been rearranged or pasted from another part in the story. So I'm just counting all that. So I'm throwing that disclaimer in. So it's really not probably that much, but there's no other way for me to keep track of it. So
Fair.
Nice.
Maddie.
What'd I do?
You were like, it was funny. It was cute to watch.
Just doing my little dance. Getting into my groove.
Celebrating that holiday season.
La 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 la. I love it. La 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 la. I'm loving it.
Oh,
Is that copyrighted? Am I going to get struck for that?
so you said fa la la.
Oh.
Oh,
You changed the lyrics. It's fun.
oh.
She froze.
Helene.
She knows. She knows.
I'm back.
Okay, I've got to know. So when you freeze on your end, do we freeze on your end?
You do, and you guys have had some wonderful faces in the past, but I just have been unable to capture them in time.
Girl, you need to take your vengeance. I'm waiting for the vengeance.
I try, but my phone just doesn't want to cooperate in time for me to take photos.
Ah.
One day.
We need that sweet, sweet revenge.
I know. Oh, I was actually going through some of my pictures earlier today. Yes, today. And we kind of have like our Zoom meetings, and sometimes we'll like take selfies in our Zoom meetings. And I was going through and I found some of those pictures, and I was like, it was so nice to look back on, and it made me smile.
Aww.
Aw, I love that.
I wanted to text y'all, but then I think I got distracted and I never did. But it was so nice. Let me see if I can find one really fast.
You can text us.
I will.
And I see that Miguel said it's only 8 a.m. and he has 115 words.
Woo!
Woo!
My goodness.
All day. He's in the Philippines, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So he's already ahead of us.
Can I just say that if that's how many words you've gotten by like 8 a.m., you're doing better than me with like my whole 2020 mood. Like you are doing so well if you were to get words before 8 a.m. I'm impressed.
I agree with that. No, 2020 has been a year. It's been a year. Who's ready for 2021?
Yay!
Honestly, I have no idea if 2021 is going to be any better, but you know, dream.
I was about to say that. Like we were so excited for 2020 to start, and then like things just went downhill. So I'm trying to keep my hopes for the new year like very low.
No, I was so excited for 2020 because I'm like, we're back to the roaring 20s. It's going to be awesome. So I'm just hoping that this is the reverse of the first time we went through the roaring 20s, and that it starts off terribly and then ends great instead of starting great and ending terribly. So
We can hope.
start crossing fingers, y'all.
That was such a simple response, Sarah, and I love it.
It's all we can do, you know?
That is true.
At least we have each other.
I mean, thank God for modern technology, at least.
Yes.
You know? Just because it's like we've got access to Zoom, we can do streams, we can talk to each other, you know? So I guess thank goodness for, you know, small things.
Yeah.
It's funny because I was thinking like, I mean, I usually try to, arrange times to go hang out with my friends and stuff. But like these past 2 months, I think I've hung out with more friends through Zoom than I have in person. We're, Montana isn't really in lockdown or anything like that yet. We're not as bad as some other places. And it's just funny to think like, beginning of the year, I had never even heard of Zoom. I hated video chatting with people because I thought it was so awkward and weird. I never did that if I had the option. And now that's like my go-to to go hang out with friends or talk to people. It's just funny how things have changed.
Yeah. It's like, and you can't, and then the funny thing is too is that you can't get out of it now. So if someone schedules a Zoom meeting, you have to be there. It's not like, oh, something came up, I can't go in today. Bye. It's like you have to be there now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, there are 0 excuses.
Yes.
yeah.
Well, I feel like on the other hand, there is the excuse of like technology issues, which I feel like you can use for a lot of things. Like, oh, my internet's down. Like I feel like that's my go-to sometimes now. That's my new go-to excuse. Something about the internet.
Mine is, oh, your audio cut out.
Oh.
Code for I wasn't paying
If my
attention.
professor randomly calls on me in class, I'm like, I'm sorry, could you repeat the question? My audio cut out.
That's so good. Man, I'm so mad I never got to take an online class now. Like, I needed that excuse so many times in class, like in-person class.
We should try that in an in-person class. Just be like, excuse me, professor, your audio cut out.
Like, could you say that again? Like, I'm kind of getting static.
It sounds really crackly on this side.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I had to take an online class, but this was before everything. This was like 2017. So this was a while ago. And it was organic chemistry that I had to take online, which is a huge mistake. You never take online organic chemistry ever, not even in your wildest dreams. And for the life of me, I could never remember like the formations. I don't even know what they're called now because see how irrelevant it is. But I could never remember whatever they were called. Well, we were having a Zoom meeting with like it was a Zoom meeting through like the campus portal.
Mm-hmm.
But the professor, it was like a one-on-one quiz. So they would ask you the questions and then you would respond.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, I taped it all, like all the formations behind my camera. So when she would ask me the questions, I would be like, I'm thinking, give me a second. And then I'd look down. It was so funny. I passed, but I'm like, I don't know these formulas, and I'm not about to remember them.
I actually did that during an audition. I had to do an audition through Zoom, and I had to memorize a monologue, and I did not have the monologue memorized, so I like slid it under my computer. Because I had my computer propped up, so I slid it under my computer, and then as I was going through the monologue, I would kind of like look around as if I was like thinking, and then I'd like read the next few lines and then keep going.
I love that, Maddie.
It was fun. I would not recommend doing it again, but it was fun.
Yeah.
And I always remind. Oh, go ahead.
No. I know you're totally fine. I was just gonna fill in the silence.
The silence. Sorry, I have a baby, so I got a little distracted.
So cute.
You want to say hi, Salem? Say hello. Say hi.
Aww.
There you go. Now you can say hi to everybody.
Oh.
No, you don't want to say hi? Okay.
So cute.
I'm going to strangle you instead.
Yeah. No.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, what was I gonna say? I was just gonna say I was thinking of Mulan when she like wrote her thing on her arm.
Yes. Yes.
You must think before you snack. Act.
I think that was like one of the best scenes, honestly.
That whole sequence, like the disaster, one after the other, and the lady like catches on fire. Like I think that summed up my entire year.
Yeah.
Scene.
Yes. Thank you, Salem. Thank you, child.
Best.
Yeah, there's a song that my husband and I really like. I don't remember what the name of it is, but there's a line in it where it's like, but the world's on fire and we're waiting for the rain. And I'm like, oh my God, this song's about 2020.
Oh my goodness.
What Well, I wonder, actually, just thinking back to the Mulan thing, was that in the live action movie? The matchmaker scene where she like has to like write on her. Has anyone seen the live action movie? Or are we?
I have. I
Like,
can't remember if she actually wrote anything on her arm in that scene. I know the live action scene was different. Like it was still kind of a disaster, but they changed it up a little bit.
but not as funny.
Yeah.
Sorry, I will take out however many stabs at the live action remakes as I want to.
Same here. I was personally not a fan of the live action Mulan. But if I thought about it as like I'm trying not to spoil anything if anyone hasn't seen it, but if I thought about it as like a separate movie and didn't think of it like as, yes, thank you, as Mulan, if I just thought of it as a separate movie, like it was pretty good. It was, entertaining, but I wasn't a fan of it if you think of it as like being based off the original Mulan, because nothing can compare to that, in my opinion.
No, nothing ever will. No,
I'm done with spoilers, I promise.
It's okay. I met up with a friend down here, and they spoiled everything for me already. And we had a long talk about how Disney just keeps taking already powerful female characters and making them powerful to the point where it's not believable anymore.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was fun.
That's always really annoying. Like, why do they have to keep doing that? Like, it was good how it was.
Yes.
You don't fix things that aren't broken.
Exactly. Right. That's how I felt about the Beauty and the Beast one. I was like, this movie is already gorgeous. Why would you touch it, especially with people who can't sing?
I know what Maddie's referring to.
I mean, what, in Beauty and the Beast?
Yes.
Yeah. You can say it. I'm not ashamed of it.
I'm going to say you and Beauty and the Beast live action just...
I'm defensive because Beauty and the Beast is my favorite animated film, like of all time. I absolutely adore that movie. I thought it was perfect to begin with. And so to see it like done in such a way, it just breaks my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think for me, again, like if you think when I watched the live action Beauty and the Beast, if I thought about it again as a separate movie, it wasn't bad, but it had been hyped up to me so much. By the time I actually watched it, I was kind of disappointed walking out from it.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I did enjoy the live action of Beauty and the Beast, but I can see where people who don't like who aren't into like the live action remakes, I could see where it could be disappointing if you were expecting certain things, or if you wanted something different, or you didn't want it at all. So I can see why. But I did personally enjoy it, but I don't think there was anything wrong with it to begin with.
Yeah. I mean, I get that. I mean, I know people enjoy the movies, like the live action remakes and stuff. It's just for me, because, I grew up with these Renaissance era Disney films, as I'm sure we all did. So it's just sort of like, I'm also very critical of movies. I mean, y'all know me. I shout at movies when they make stupid mistakes. But, so I analyze like every detail of a film. Mm-hmm. And so to see things that get changed so drastically and in a way that doesn't really help develop the story further than it already had been developed, it's very frustrating for me to watch. But I understand if people how people would enjoy watching them,
Something I find interesting. So we have a family member who has a daughter who is, I think she's going to turn 2, but she only watches the live action. They've tried to introduce her to both, and she's not into the cartoon. Like, she'll get bored and get up and like walk away.
Interesting.
Yeah, but she loves all of the live actions. Like, she will sit and watch them on replay. But as soon as the cartoon, for any of them, like The Lion King, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, any of those ones, cartoons, no.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could go on about how I felt about Jafar.
Oh yeah.
Y'all, I love Disney. I love Disney so much. But there are some days I want to throttle that mouse.
Somebody in the comments just said Disney needs to stop remaking existing stories, period. And I strongly agree.
Yes. So I've heard though that the reason why they're doing that is because it's to uphold the copyright of the story. So they're doing it so that they don't have to like relinquish their rights over the material.
Okay.
So I've heard. I don't know if that's 100% true, but it would make sense, especially since I think that the timeline for copywriting is like 20 years or something like that for things.
I thought it was like 70.
I think it depends on, well, I don't know, maybe it is 70. I don't know. I know it had something to do with the copyright. At least that's how this whole thing started. Maybe, because Cinderella was their first chance at it, so maybe that's why.
Okay.
Maybe that's why. Then it has been Disney's thing since the beginning. Yeah. Disney was taking stories and tweaking them. And
Yep.
They just don't know when to stop tweaking.
I will say, I'm glad that they tweaked, the Disney princess stories a lot from their original versions, because I read the original version of like Sleeping Beauty and Cinderella. They are dark.
Oh yeah.
And I was a little traumatized reading them, even as a high schooler, like looking back and like out of curiosity reading the originals. I was like, okay, glad they didn't include this.
Yeah. I am glad that they tweaked them that much. What they've done to it further, I'm a little bit sad about.
Yeah.
So we have hit the hour mark for our little chat. So I think if you guys want to just go through and say like a quick toodle-doo, we can do that real quick. And then we'll be back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I remembered, Sarah. And that will be on Angela Ann's channel. And the entire playlist is linked down below. So if y'all want to go ahead and click on that and set all the reminders, all of these lovely ladies are going to be a part of it. Sarah hosted this evening, and Brooke, Autumn, and Helene are all hosting this weekend. So go ahead and click over to their channels. Their information is also all linked down below. So please go subscribe to them, support them, give them a good thumbs up. And we will see you guys tomorrow morning on Angela's channel. So good night, sleep tight, and what is the, and to all a good night. There we go. That's what it is.
Toodaloo.
Good Christmas.